Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I have got here a laser level from a company called Kaiweets. They sent this to me to review. I'm not getting paid anything. I just had been working on my house, building my house and needing a laser level. I've done a lot of my house without it because I didn't have one, but this would have come in real handy if I'd had this from the start, but we still got a lot of work to do. So this is going to be real handy to level stuff. This is a laser level and pretty cool little outfit. We're going to open the box here and check it out, and I'll show you what everything is, and then we'll go ahead and test it in this room and see how good it works. Okay, let's remove this from the box. I did go ahead and take this out and charge the batteries. So it does come in a nice carrying case with an adjustable strap. Nice zippers to keep it protected. And it's a nice foam case too. It's like a cloth stuff here, but foam inside to keep everything protected. Comes with a user manual. And then inside the box we have, of course, the unit itself, the laser level, which is very cool. This thing actually, I didn't expect the build quality to be this good, but from the weight and just the feel of it, I mean, you can tell that it's actually quality made. You see the name right here. Here's your controls to do the functions. And then we got 3 laser levels. We got one that's horizontal and we got 2 that's vertical. So you have both directions and you have a horizontal plane. Over here we have a USB charger. This is the 110 wall adapter. Then we have a USB cord. And all you do is plug this into the wall, take this end right here, plug it into your battery. These lights will flash and show you that you're charging and stop flashing when it's full charge. So it does come with 2 batteries, and they say that these batteries will last 20 hours each. So with 2 of them, you can have 40 hours of battery life. These are 3.6 volt, 7.8 amp hour, 28.08 watt hours. So very cool. This one has a piece of tape over it, but the one that's in here does not. There's actually one in here also. So all we do is push this down, pull it back. See the contacts there? Set it in the little notches, push it back till it clicks. That easy. It also comes with a crosshair, and this actually has a stand on it, or it's magnetic. You can put this on something, and what this does is sometimes your line might not be bright enough. You can put it on this, and it really glows and shows up good on this crosshair, and you can see where you're at by using this. So on this side right here, it's actually where you turn it on. If you want it into automatic mode, so auto level, then you would just push this switch over here, and then if it's within plus or minus 4 degrees, it's going to auto level. It's blinking until it does. Once you set it still, and when the blinking stops, you can see here, the blinking stops, so it's actually leveled, ready to use. Now it does have, if you leave this on the left side, then you push the power button right here. You can turn it on manually, hold it down for 3 seconds. And then when you turn it on this way, what you have is, it's not in auto leveling mode, but there'll be cases where if you're using it on a stairwell to get a nice line or doing tile or something, you can actually angle this, and then you'll have the angled line. You can set it at a 45 or whatever degree and do that. So that's where you would use the locked level, and this is locked. It shows on here locked and unlocked. If we go over to unlocked, we go back to the auto leveling, and of course, like I said, it flashes. Now, whenever you change from one to the other, you just push this button again. We turn on the vertical. We push it again. We turn on the other vertical, this direction. And then when we push it again, now we have on all 3. So you can turn on any one of them, or you can turn on all 3, the 2 verticals and the horizontal lines. Push it again, it goes back to horizontal. So in the box, it also comes with a mount, which is a very cool mount. One thing cool about this mount is it's magnetic for vertical or horizontal mounting. You can mount it both ways. It also has the 1/4 inch threaded bolt here. And what you do is on the bottom of it, you can just line this up, thread this on. And then you can, after you get this tightened on here, you can loosen it. You can slide this back and forth to fine tune. Instead of moving your whole tripod, or if you're on the wall and you need to move it just a little bit, you can actually move it quite a bit here to fine tune where your line is going to be. So that's a very nice option. You can actually turn it any angle you want also. And this mount also on the bottom has a 1/4 inch female, so you can mount this on a tripod. It also has the 5/8 thread, the same as the bottom of the unit, to where you can put it on different styles of tripod or different styles of mounting. Okay, so you can actually take this thing and mount it on magnetically on something like these drywall here has corners that are metal. Now the magnet, it don't look like it's strong enough to hold on that. There's just not enough metal in this corner piece here to hold it because this is kind of a heavy unit. But you could take, if you're in a house, mount it on a tripod. You could also have a metal bracket. Say you got stud walls, you could take a piece of metal bracket and screw on your stud walls and stick it right to that piece of metal, which would work good if you're on new construction. Okay, so another option that you can get for this is Kaiweets does make a tripod, and this will be a nice place for you to mount it. You can move it around to anywhere in the room, take it out, take it outside or whatever, and should be a good option. It comes with several poles here and a clamping mechanism to hold it. We're going to take this thing out and put it together, and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, and this is the optional tripod. Now this tripod is optional. You pay extra for it, but you can use this tripod for a lot of things. You can use it for speakers, you can use it for your cameras, a lot of different things besides this. So it has multi-purpose other than using it for the laser level. It'd be good for a lot of different things, and that's probably what I'm going to use it for when I'm not using the laser level. But it does come with 4 extra poles besides the base pole here, and when you add all these poles on here, it will go up to 12.18 feet, which is way taller than this ceiling. This ceiling, I believe, is 9 feet. And it also comes with a top foot, the pad that goes on the top. And what this does, you can put this thing on a ceiling, from floor to ceiling, and not use the tripod part. This bottom piece here is spring-loaded. You can see I'm pushing down with my foot here. It's actually spring-loaded, so I would put this floor to ceiling where I don't have room for the tripod, say in a corner. I can put this thing in a corner if I'm needing it actually close to the wall. Otherwise, you could use the tripod and you don't have to use that. So if I add on this extra piece here, we're pretty much at the 9-foot level. And then we have this extra section right here that I could put on. And then at the bottom, it's just adjustable, so I could adjust it, push it up there tight, and then not use the tripod part of it. You can leave the tripod on and just fold it shut, or take the tripod off. Okay, so when we mount this on here, it does have the 5/8 size mount. You could use a 1/4 inch too, but it does come with the 5/8. So we would take this and thread it on here by mounting this adapter right inside here. If you don't want to use this adapter, you could actually just use this part here, and then you would have the 1/4 inch mount. So you can do it either way. And then once you have this mounted, you also have the adjustability to slide this back and forth, so you can fine tune it instead of moving the whole tripod or this whole stand. You can just slide this back and forth, get it where you want it, tighten it down. And then you also have an adjustment right here, which will, if you loosen this thumb screw and crank this, there's one on each side. These rollers, you can adjust it up and down and fine tune where your laser is on the wall. So very adjustability. It also does come in a metric ruler on the side, and then on this side it does have a ruler in inches. So if we get this thing set like that, we're ready to actually turn it on and use it. Okay, I brought this into the darker side of the room so you can actually see the laser better. Now it does work in light, and it will work in full sunlight, but in full sunlight it won't reach out as far. So they do make a module that you can buy, and I'll list the part number, that you can take it and set it out there, and you put this into pulse mode, where we switched on the different laser settings. You push the button on the right, we'll set it into pulse mode, and when it does that, it'll reach out there and the receiver will catch it, and it will beep showing you when you're in line with it. So that's actually a cool option to have. I don't actually have that, but I would like to take it and review it also in a later video. So now we can take this thing and turn it on. And right there we have the, as soon as I let go of it, as long as we're in plus or minus 4 degrees, it's going to be automatically leveled. And you can see the line around is nice and bright on the wall. And then if we push this button again, we can actually add our vertical. Don't know if you can see that one, maybe the wrong angle. Let's try this other one here. Now you can see this vertical line here, nice and straight. And this is auto leveling also. You see when it moves like that, and as long as it's the same way, plus or minus 4 degrees, that line is going to be level straight up and down. If we push this again, we'll turn on all 3 of them, and you can see the crosshair on this side and the crosshair on this side. The one cool part about this is we have put a crosshair on the ceiling and on the floor, so we know plumb from this crosshair to this crosshair on the floor, then we're exactly level straight up and down. Same way with the crosshair that's on this wall and the crosshair that's on the wall behind me over here. This is a level line across here. You can see the line on the wall over here. It goes all the way around this whole room. And it's not as bright over there in the light side, but it actually isn't too bad. I can turn the camera around and show you. So here you can see the line on this wall, and you can see with my finger in here, I'd say that line is the distance all the way across the room. That line is probably getting close to 6 millimeter or something like that, about a 1/4 inch maybe thickness. And you can see the crosshair plain as day right there. And that's with it back there on the other side of the room. Okay, I was reading on the specifications here, and it does say that you can extend the working range. As I said, if you put this in pulse mode by pushing the button on the right, you can extend the range up to 197 feet or 60 meters. Use that in bright working conditions, and that's whenever you're using the optional receiver model number LR100G. You can see the bright crosshair. If I get my hand in front of course it blocks it, but this bright green crosshair, which is a lot better than the red ones. All the red ones I've seen are not near as bright, especially when the room is light. You can barely see the red. Well, this green is 4 times brighter, they say. And this thing does a super job of really lighting up in this room. I'm sure the camera don't do it justice, but it's actually a nice, real nice line. We're going to take a level over there and see actually how level it is now that it's sitting here. Okay, you can see when I set the level on here on the green line, and if you look at this bottom bubble here, hopefully you can see it on the camera, it is exactly on level. So very accurate. And it's actually very accurate on the vertical line. So if I set this little target on here, it actually really makes this line glow, both lines. So a further distance out, where your line is dim, you could take this little target and use it, and it actually makes this glow a lot better. You can see I can move it up and down. But this is also, like I said, it does have a stand on the back if you want to set it on something, and it also is magnetic here on the bottom. Okay, this is how I mentioned you could take the pole, you can take the tripod off, or you can leave the tripod on it and do the same thing. Just fold the tripod legs in, but you can use this as a pole because it's spring loaded. Put it from floor to ceiling and move it around anywhere you want, just like that, without having the tripod legs in your way. So this could come in very handy in a lot of situations. That way you could just set this thing in the corner, it'd be out of your way, and you could have the laser around the whole room without the tripod legs or anything in your way in your working area. So, okay guys, this is a very cool setup. I can use this on a lot of projects. I wish I would have had it, like I said, at the start of my building. But with this pole and the tripod added to this laser level makes it a fantastic setup. As I said, you could buy this pole tripod setup extra for an extra fee. I will post a link to this in the description below along with this pole. And thank you guys for watching. Click the thumbs up on this video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll catch you on the next one. Right on.